On Children by Khalil Gibran. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's belonging for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with a smite, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be of gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Khalil Gibran is a Lebanese American poet who brings out high philosophy of life in his simple and beautiful poetic essays. Parents do not possess their children but are their loving caretakers. Do not try to make them think and behave as a parent would, for they are their own persons. They are the sons and daughters of life and belong to tomorrow. Life always moves forward towards the future. Children are like living arrows, and parents are the bow. God is the archer who bends the bow and sends the arrows into the future along the path of the infinite. For the archer, the bow that is stable is as loud as the arrow that flies. Analysis of the poem. The poet stresses that the children are the continuation of life on earth and should be freely and lovingly allowed to grow into their individuality. The parents should love their children without binding them with their own thoughts. Children have their own set of thoughts. It is true that parents protect the children's physical bodies, but they can never bind their souls, which live in the house of tomorrow. The the parents' love could make them like their children, but should not make their children become like themselves, because every child has his own inner personality. Thus, through this poem, Khalil Gibran conveys that children should be given love, care, and affection, but thought should not be imposed upon them. The poet feels that children should be allowed to freely and lovingly grow into independent individuals. Children too have their minds and their own thoughts. Parents are the bows and the children are the arrows. Our Creator, God, uses the stable bow to send the arrows to a certain place. In other words, parents need to be good, stable role models for their children. Thus, the poet emphasizes that parents should guide their children through love and not control them or their thoughts.